It was around this time last year that I built this project. It was the first project of the year, actually. So it was early in January. This is later in January. This is a contour gauge, and what you use this for is you use it to get the outline of an odd shape, usually something curved or circular, and you push this up against it and it will take the shape of the object, and then you can transfer that easily to the piece of wood or whatever you want to fit around it. And I made this, and it's been sitting on my garage door back there ever since. I really never did use it. That's not to say that I never will. This is one of those things that if you don't have it, you might need it. And if you have it and you only use it once a year or once every 2 years or 5 years, you really appreciate having it. The most common question I got after I released a video on this was, can you use popsicle sticks, or would popsicle sticks be better to use as the individual fingers of it? And of course they would be, but I don't have popsicle sticks. That's something I normally don't have. I wasn't about to go and get popsicle sticks for the project when I've got lots of scrap wood that I can cut into these fingers like this. Now, as for how the project works, it still works great after a year. It took a lot of time to get the curvature on these two side parts correct to give me even pressure across all these fingers. It's a lot more difficult than it seems at first to get that curvature correct, and I took a lot of time sanding each part to get them just right. But I'm pleased to say that it still works amazingly well. It's, it's not the kind that you're going to be able to push it in. It's going to take the form exactly. You're going to have to push the fingers in tight around the object as well. Another comment I got was on the economy of it. Well, you can just go buy these, although I haven't seen them this big on the shelf. You can order them this big, plastic ones, but it's like everything else that I do. It's not about, doing it cheaper. It's about just doing it. That's what I like doing. I like building things. I like the challenge of it. And I like at the end, I take a bunch of something that would have been pretty much firewood, because that's all I had here, and turned it into something useful, even if I only use it once every 5 or 10 years. The second project of the year were these small storage boxes that I made with finger joints. And I've got to admit that I've never used these. This one here, I actually put a divider in to put my biscuits in. I would have number 20 over here, number 10 over here, and then I did that, and when it came time to use my biscuit joiner for a project, I couldn't find my biscuits. I didn't remember that I put them in here. So I searched for 20 minutes and couldn't find them until it occurs to me, okay, they're in this box. So it depends upon the type of person that you are, whether you're going to use these or not. I'm not the kind of person that stores things in boxes, actually. I prefer to leave it out in the open where I can see it, then I can take inventory of it, or put it in drawers if it's stuff that I need on a regular basis. If it's something that I don't really need on a regular basis, I would put it in a box, but normally it would be in a cardboard box and then, put it in the basement or put it out in the shed or something like that. So again, one of those things that, a cardboard box would do the trick, but, these are stronger, more durable, and a lot of people, do things this way. My primary reason for doing the project at the time was to use my box joint jig. It had been a while since I used it, so I thought it would be nice to, break it out and use it for a project. The number one comment on the boxes, other than it looks good, and all that, was the type of glue that I used to put it together. I used construction adhesive as opposed to wood glue. And the reason for that is that, okay, you've got a box joint. A box joint is very strong because of all the surface area you have for glue. And you don't really need a strong glue to put it together. Also, wood glue has water in it. It tends to swell the wood as the joint goes together. And that can make it difficult, especially if the joints fit tightly like these ones do. The construction adhesive, on the other hand, is more than strong enough to put the joint together. It also kind of lubricates it so that it goes together smoothly, and it contains no water, so it doesn't swell the wood. Another interesting comment was, okay, how the lid goes on, and it's rabbited on the top, on the bottom edge of the lid, fit right in there, so it fits in snug. Another comment was, why didn't I make a dado for it to slip in, you know, like this and slide out? Well, whenever possible, the way I do things is the simplest way that I can. I don't tend to overcomplicate or overbuild things when I don't need to. I didn't, you know, that's not something that I would think of, to have the top slide out like that, because, you know, this works just fine. Also had a few comments about using a dado stack. You know, the Europeans don't have table saws that will take a dado blade. Apparently dado blades are outlawed over there. What can I say? You know, overthrow the government, get yourself some good table saws that take dado blades, and be done with it already. Another comment, I've got them printed out here so I can remember them. I wouldn't otherwise. Great boxes, would you be interested in making a set of 6 to sell? Well, I don't sell anything that I make here on this channel or the other one, you know, the kind of thing that I do on my website. I do these things because I enjoy doing them, and I figure that other people that enjoy doing it like watching it as well. I know I do. I don't make things to sell. I keep getting requests for that, emails and whatnot. People ask me to sell them this or sell them that, or can I make one of these for them or one of those for them. That's not the point of what I do. My idea is to show people how to do these things, how easy it is, after you have some experience, that is. Okay, well that's it for this one. I'm going to keep these fairly short. I'm not going to go into any other details during these type of videos. I figure just covering the topics that I want to is enough. Next time, I don't know, I have to look. I can't quite remember what project came next, but I don't know how long it'll be before I do another one. It might be a couple of days, it might be a couple of weeks, you know, it could be a month. So anyway, thanks for watching. See you next time.